So the Falcons now come out. Matt Ryan has done well in regular season outings against Green Bay. In those two games, as you can see, 3 touchdowns, 1 pick, won them both. However, in January, in the playoff game, when it all counted, as you can see, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions, a 69 rating, and the Packers sacked him 5 times. Dom Capers, which has been his staple for years. Here's Turner to the outside, and Turner with a nice run, and Hawk is able to finally tackle him. Ryan out of the gun, and a quick throw to Tony Gonzalez. And Michael Turner came over from San Diego in a trade in 08. Around the corner he goes for a first down. Second down and 10. And Ryan hit as he throws, and the pass is incomplete. 1 hop. And Ryan stays in the pocket, throws, and completes it. That's going to be a first down. Jacquez Rodgers, the rookie from Oregon State, is the running back here. And they flip it to Jones, the rookie from Alabama. And Jones to the outside, and Woodson knocks him out of bounds. Ryan with a clean pocket, and he converts again, and the catch is made.
Mahalian at fullback. Good play action, and then the pressure is put on, but wide open is White for the touchdown.
Now Rodgers in a couple of regular season games, 1 in Green Bay and 1 here, 0-2 against the Falcons, though he has played well in those. And then, of course, he had a night of nights here in January. 6.5 left in the quarter. Now Starks comes in behind the fullback, John Kuhn. Handoff goes to Starks. Starks, a postseason star last year, 2nd and 2. And Rodgers throws, and that slant is caught by Greg Jennings, and coming off a spectacular postseason Super Bowl MVP. He's been great on play action this season. Just tremendous. And that time it's a little overthrown. Intended for James Jones. And that's caught over the middle. 2nd and 10. And they run a draw. And this is Grant. And Grant loses the ball. And the Falcons are there, and Atlanta recovers. 2nd and 13 now. And a backside screen, and Snelling makes the catch, and Snelling gets the first down. Ryan, after changing it again, throws a slant, and that's the rookie Julio Jones. And that is the end of the first quarter in Atlanta with the score Falcons 7, Packers nothing. Sunday Night Football continues after these messages. 2nd and 4, the ball at the 20-yard line with Michael Turner behind Ryan, and Turner gets the handoff and takes the ball for a first down at the 13-yard line. One thing that Woodson pointed out to Michelle at the top, though, is they have 11 takeaways. And the pass is caught on the outside by Roddy White. On 3rd and 3, a little shovel pass goes to Snelling, and Snelling takes the ball inside the 1. Give it to Turner. In he goes. Touchdown Atlanta. Edwards knows the Packers all too well. He played with the Vikings for years. Now the catch is made by James Jones. Rodgers dancing around, then he just shovels it off to the fullback Kuhn, who takes it up to the 30-yard line. You know, we got to get some pressure on him, but with Abraham not in the lineup, that's a significant difference. Starks to the outside, turns the corner, stays in bounds. Grant and Starks, Aaron Rodgers saying we really don't have just a pure 3rd down back. Rodgers rolling and throwing, and the pass is caught on the outside. 2nd and 3. Now Clifton comes out of the game, so you got 2 replacements at both tackle spots, and Starks swings to the outside, turns the corner. 4-man rush. Rodgers flushed out, throwing on the run, and the catch is made inside the 10. Greg Jennings gets free down the sideline. Starks behind the fullback Kuhn. Leverage in that backfield. Off the play fake. Rodgers chased, and down he goes, and it's all he can do to hold on to the football. Sean Weatherspoon when they lost in Chicago. 3rd and goal. Rodgers under pressure. Down he goes again at the 15-yard line. Lawrence Sidbury, number 90, 32-yard attempt. And Crosby tacks on Green Bay's first points of the night. 3rd down and 10. And Ryan comes back all the way across the field. Harry Douglas makes the catch. And Harry Douglas with a flag down all the way to the 33-yard line. And there's a flag all the way down back at the 10-yard line. Jeff Triplett.
Holding number 77 in the offense.
This is a tough situation. Draw, screen, punt, not always so bad.
Fake an inside give, and then Ryan throws it into his own
You can't
bench.
do that. They've got all the guys down the field. There should be a flag on the play there.
Ryan Grant back in the game at running back. And Rodgers to the outside, and he throws to Tom Crabtree. Blitz coming. And Rodgers escapes it and then throws, and the pass is caught. 3rd and 2. They bring the rookie Alex Green from Hawaii in at running back, and they swing it out to him, and he will pick up a first down as he gets to the 15-yard line. 2 minutes to the half, first down from the 15-yard line. And Rodgers throws it to Starks, and Starks will take the ball to the 7-yard line. Empty the backfield. Rodgers. He's going to run. There's a flag that comes in.
Holding offense, number 71. 10-yard penalty, 3rd down.
3-man rush. And then Rodgers throws it. It's dropped at the goal line. Jermichael Finley at the goal line. Might not have gotten in, but it would have been first down. They would have taken a timeout. Now it's 4th and 12.
And there's just no excuse.
Between the 8s. 35-yard attempt to make it an 8-point game. And Crosby does just that. And a very, very important game for the Atlanta Falcons. They are on top by a score of 14-6. Michelle checking with Mike McCarthy. We'll hear what he had to say when we come back to start the second half. Coming up next, the Toyota halftime show with Bob, Dan, and the gang on the other side of the break. Who was deactivated an hour and a half before the game tonight. Rodgers talking about pressure being put on. That's exactly what they do here. Just a 3-man rush. And then over the middle it's caught. Into the 22-yard line goes James Jones. And Ryans at Boston College. 3rd down and 3 from the 46-yard line. Swinging it to the outside, and that is caught by Roddy White. To the outside goes Ryan. And that's caught by Gonzalez, and Tony gets it inside the 30. Instead on the ground, and they're not going to get the first down on the ground as Snelling takes it to the 29, and there's a penalty marker down.
You can use the hands in the face. 77 in the offense. 10-yard penalty, 3rd down.
Heat's put on by Hawk that time, and enough heat that the pass is thrown away.
Haven't really tested Kelvin Hayden, the backup nickel guy yet, number 26.
Brings Finley in for protection. Eludes Weatherspoon and then throws downfield and completes it to Jones. And Jones gets out to the 45-yard line. Rodgers as good as it gets outside the pocket. 3rd catch for Jones tonight. Dump it off for Starks after a couple of fakes. Rodgers going 5 wide. 3-man pressure, 8-back pass a little high and off driver's hands. So it's 4th down. Well, they're going to line up to attempt a 57-yard field goal. The underside is if you miss it, Atlanta's going to have great position, but Crosby, with plenty to spare, bangs it through Janikowski-like. 2nd and 4.
Here it comes.
And deep and incomplete. One-on-one. Ryan has time, and the pass is incomplete. That's intended for Harry Douglas from the 30-yard line. Aaron Rodgers after the
play fake to Grant, and it's caught by Jones. And away goes Jones, and Green Bay has the lead for the first time in the game. 70 yards. And that is busted up, intended for Finley. Deku breaks it up to keep it at 1 point. Atlanta scoring on its first 2 drives. Blank since. Under 3 to go in the quarter. 3-man rush. 8 back. Ryan's going to run it. And he's going to slide, and he's going to get stopped short of the 30-yard line. Rodgers stepping up and throwing, and that is caught by Jermichael Finley. 2nd and 10.
Man coverage by the Falcons. Packers will have a shot here.
And they run a slant, and it's caught by Cobb. Everybody's caught a pass for Green Bay tonight beside Don Hudson. End of 3. Green Bay 15. Atlanta 14. Sunday Night Football back after these messages. 1st and 10 for the Packers at the Atlanta 29-yard line. And Rodgers throws off the play fake. Jennings around the corner he goes, reaching for the end zone, and Jennings with a touchdown. What a play. And that's Douglas spinning around and making the catch at the 46-yard line. And the Packers are screaming that it's not a catch.
Green Bay is challenging the ruling on the field of a catch at the sideline. After review, the receiver did not maintain possession of the catch when he hit out of bounds. Therefore, it's an incomplete pass.
Now it's a 4-man rush. And it is dropped by Finley.
Again.
Finley had it and couldn't hold on. And a big drive here for the Falcons, who've had nothing going since their first 2 drives tonight. They had an 80-yard drive TD, 60-yard drive for TD, and 53 total yards since Turner to the 19.
Oh, boy.
Oh, yeah, now you got flags all over the joint.
After the play, personal foul, unnecessary roughness. Number 50 in the defense. 15 yards, automatic first down.
And it's White and Douglas on the outside now with Jones not available. And that is pulled in at the 45-yard line. 2nd and 7. Turner through the middle. Ryan under pressure. Well, he pointed out 55. You heard him at the line. Almost halfway through the 4th. Rushing 4, running a stunt up front. And the pass a little high, tipped and intercepted. Charlie Peppera comes away off the deflection. Off Gonzalez's hands, picked off by Peppera, and that's the end of that Atlanta drive. It's the 12th takeaway. They were tied for 2nd in the league behind Baltimore coming into the game. And a very timely one there. Now a sack here, and that is Ray Edwards, who came over from the Vikings. 4 sacks for Atlanta tonight. 2nd and 18. And that is caught, and that's Cobb making the catch. And that's caught over the middle, and that's Finley, who's dropped a couple tonight, but also made some big plays tonight. Rodgers milking the play clock. Goes to the outside quickly. Broken tackle. Jones gets away. And then Jones takes the ball to the 24-yard line. Grant. And Grant works his way to the 17-yard line. And here he starts. And that's going to effectively end it as he takes the ball to the 12-yard line for a first down. 3rd and 13 from the 15-yard line. This is Starks. 30-yard attempt. And Crosby will send the Packers home on a happy trip to Wisconsin. Ryan started 8 of 10, which means He would be 10 of his last 21, under 50%. And that is intercepted off the deflection, and that's Jared Bush who's going to run it back. And Bush still going. Harry Douglas is there, and then finally coming in to make the tackle would be Jacquez Rodgers. Well, the Falcons will go to 2-3, so they've already lost as many games as they did all of last season when they were 13-3, were the #1 seed in the NFC.